Kisara, I'm so glad you're back. We could use your help.
Something wrong, Legil?
Yeah, a Zoogle. It's been attacking Faria Ranch.
The ranch. That's quite a serious problem.
It is?
As you are already aware, the balance of the astral energy in each region has been equalizing ever since the merging of the twin worlds.
As a side effect, harvests in Menancia have been on the decline. That means any problems with food production can easily lead to crisis.
In other words, you're saying it's vital to protect the fields and the ranch, right?
Wait, what about the Service Corps? Isn't it their duty to take care of Zoogles? Oh, we've tried. Many times. But somehow, each time we get overpowered. That's why I'm coming to you for help, Kisara.
Understood. Tell the Corps I'll take care of it. While I'm away, you all stay in the city and...
You really can't break old habits, can you? Rely more on those around you.
But this is...
We need to make
I like how there's
extra
even
sure that
armor
the food
sounds as
resources
she's
are
turning.
safe.
That's a nice attention
That's
to
all the
detail.
motive we need. Come on, Kisara.
Thanks.
Be careful. That Zoogle really does pop up out of nowhere.
Props to the sound designers. I feel like sound designers are like one of the most underappreciated roles in, you know, both film and games.
I wonder why Ren and
Apparently the
Sloth's
1000
ability
Door
to
Remaster
control
plays at
them.
30 FPS, whereas the GameCube
Our
version plays at
control was
60.
likely only made possible by Lenegus.
Oh, Nintendo. Back at it again. Pictures of one chair inside of a hotel, usually positioned diagonally? That's a term that people have come up with for it? Yeah, what? Also, usually, to make things easier on myself when I cut things up into parts,
I just gotta.
I have a
kinda
button on my Stream
strange
Deck that
feeling.
allows me to place a
Everything looks
marker.
okay to me.
Was it just
So that when I
my
go to cut up into
imagination?
parts with like the Twitch highlighter tool, it puts markers at wherever in like the stream VOD I click the marker button. So I oftentimes lean down and you'll see me look down here and press a button when we're on loading screens, like good places to end a part and start a new one, because I'm hitting the marker button. It hasn't been working. I hit it and it just gives me like a little error sign. I don't know why. It's been like that ever since the Extra Life event at West Edmonton Mall there. So I don't know if something about you know, that trip there and tinker around with things kind of screwed with it, or what the heck happened there. Maybe I just need to open my Stream Deck stuff and, you know, set up the button again and maybe it'll start working fine. I haven't really looked into it.
Shh! I hear something moving.
What is it? Zoogles?
Couldn't it be just a mouse or something?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure what it is. Let's flush it out by force.
Wait!
Aliens. Oh,
Nazamil?
You followed us? Did something happen in the city?
also, did you conceal yourself with
No.
magic, or did you teleport, or?
Didn't want to be left there.
Are you saying you'd rather live on your own outdoors than in a city?
It's not that. I just...
You want to come with us, don't you?
Yes.
All right.
Are you sure about this? After all, it's not like we'll never see each other again. And it's so much safer in Vicent.
That's true, but... we all know the pain of being alone, don't we?
Well,
Maybe they
yeah,
really don't
but
blink during these.
She does have the ability to disappear at will. If something happens, she can use that to hide herself.
Can you promise you'll do that, Nazamil?
Yes, I promise.
Then it's decided.
Oh, that was like a blink that was ending. Weird. Hey, I'm glad I got the GameCube version when I did as well. Super Mario RPG Remaster plays at 60 FPS, though with noticeable drops in some areas. Huh.
haven't been to the ranch in a while. Wonder if they're all doing okay.
So, you like animals?
Like isn't the right word. They're his best friends.
They are
I know that feel. Sometimes an animal companion can absolutely be one of your best friends. You know. Perfect opportunity for an Assassin's Creed air assassination. Like, that's what Jesse was to me. I do have another critter around the household that is of the same age, my leopard gecko. You know, my lizard and my doggy were born same month, same year. So, my leopard gecko is 15 years old now, and he's still going strong. He's not really showing many signs of his age. The only sign of his age that he's showing is sometimes he struggles to shed some skin around his face. You know, and then sometimes I need to reach in and help him pick it off. And then he'll be like, ah, my face is clear! I can see clearly again! Sometimes he's able to get it off on his own, but...
Huh. I never noticed how much people's personalities come through in their sneezes.
And you know, he's just in the other room here, like around the corner. Like, if I turn my camera, you can see a red light in the other room. That's like his heat lamp, because he's over there. Is the case. But, you know, he never really... I don't really take him out of his terrarium. You know, he decides that he wants to skedaddle, and I'm never seeing him again. He can go fast. You know, leopard geckos are pretty shy. They're not like reptiles like bearded dragons that love attention and social interaction and stuff. You know, leopard geckos are pretty shy. I haven't even picked him up in a long, long time because he's not super duper comfortable with it. He loves head scratches. He loves being pet on the head. Start petting like down his back and other areas, and he's like, maybe I like this. I'm not entirely sure. So, drying them off and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if the lizard will ever be quite shown on the stream in his stream. I post pictures of him sometimes in Discord though. Thanks for all your hard work out here. How are the crops faring?
Sure.
Oh, Kissa, I'm actually in a bit of a fix. Got a minute? Something the matter?
Good.
Oh, I'd say so. So, Kissa, that proportional physique of yours is as splendid as ever. The young lady next to you is quite a gem too. She's thin now, but she'll sure be something after some working out.
Huh?
Huh? You never gonna be brawny like Kisara? You mean, Rinwell? Not really that brawny, you know. Wait, what are we talking about? Didn't you need help with something? It's all related, believe you me. Those darn Zoogles on the highway are ravaging the farmlands. I've thought to bring them back a few times now. My physique just can't compete.
Yeah.
Physique aside, you shouldn't go around picking fights with monsters at your age, ma'am. So, you see, I'd be mighty grateful if you kids could take care of those assholes for me. What do you say?
Okay.
Or we'll take care of the Zoogles. Thanks, I appreciate it. Oh, by the way, this is also a little test for you, so good luck with that. You will be graded. Test? Oh, your muscles are more impressive the more I look at them. Hey, your eyes are kind of creepy. Are you sure about this? Does seem a bit strange, but she's in trouble. Can't just ignore her. She's a hardcore simp. And she just she probably, if this is a test, she probably just wants to see Kisara, you know, oh, they're kicking ass. That's what I expected from ladies with wonderful muscles like yourselves. Take care of them for me in a brawny kind of way. She's gonna be watching from afar with binoculars as we take on the monsters. Appreciate the compliment, but brawny?
Yeah.
Brawny. Maybe someday me too? Reconstruction subquests. Summary, reconstruction subquests can be taken on in various locations throughout each region. Completing each country's reconstruction subquest will change the look of cities and add items to the general store. Oh. Make sure to complete any quests you come across. That's actually interesting. Not just a lesbian, a very, very hardcore simping one. Dark quest, beauty clearing the land. Oh, and it marks it as a reconstruction. That's nice. Sure.
That woman was
priority.
downright obsessed with muscles. I wonder what has anything to do with the test.
Just what are they gonna put us through? I'm getting a little scared now.
Anyone
really
that
beautiful
likes
game.
muscles is good in my book.
Toned muscles are a sign of a hard worker. That woman must have been reassured when she saw Kisara.
Seems an odd thing to place so much
Oh.
trust in.
Oh, you're using like water magic and stuff. Interesting. What, you're taking water away from the crops just to give that same water back to the crops? My goodness, are you like Archie from Pokemon Gen 3 not understanding how the water cycle works? Like what? You not know? Now I completely forgot what I was initially gonna say when I first saw them at a distance and I came running up. I think what it was is from a distance, I didn't see exactly what was going on, and I thought someone was doing like a backhanded spell. Like, around the back watering thing. Or watering can, I guess is what I would have thought before I initially realized that it was a spell. Point is, I thought that it was a from behind thing. I don't even remember where exactly to go, but I think
guess
ranch is
camping
this way
isn't so
probably.
bad,
Oh,
as
there's
long
the
as it's with
ship.
Good company.
Look at that. There. Sure, let's rest and chill out for a hot second.
This place is a perfect representation of Menancia.
I know what you mean. The soft grass.
I'm sure it flew by
the
fast.
rustling trees. Heck, even the rocks.
Quite the picturesque location. The leaves swaying.
I like how
in the
there's new
wind,
camp animations for the new
clouds
party member here.
drifting across the sky. It truly calms the soul.
You really love it here, don't you? It must feel like a second home to you at this point.
Reminiscing is all well and good, but if you boys
Because
don't
that
get
was
some
a ship
sleep,
that we
you're
used in the
going
main
to
game.
regret it.
Seriously.
That
we
we
won't be able to wake up
commandeered
One of us should
and
stand
used to
guard.
travel
Everyone
between
else
the
hit the sack.
worlds that were separate at the time, that are one world now. And I guess we just parked it here. Hopefully nobody comes and gives us a ticket.
Hey, is it just me, or are Hootle and Nazamil really getting along?
Yeah.
At least I think that's our ship. It could just be some other
her.
rented ship, I guess.
That fluffball's usually so picky.
You don't get along with him?
Law's just jealous.
I assume that
because
there are
unlike
multiple
you,
ships like
he
that, not
can't
just the
get
one that we
Hootle
use.
to like him.
Are you kidding me? This ornery little owl likes to peck at my head. You hear that? At my head!
Well, Dan and Owl
He's such
are
a good voice
sensitive
actor.
species. They're not too keen on the rowdy sort. See? Hootle says you're just not cutting it.
Come on. What do you want from me?
Don't take it too hard, Law. Every other animal loves you, right?
Oh yeah, 'cause that's a huge consolation.
I think it's good that you're appreciated. It's a lot better than being hated.
What kind of pets do you like, Nazamil?
Well, there were no animals on Lenegus, and I wasn't in a position to keep a pet on Dana.
Oh, that makes sense. You never know. You might just have the chance someday, though.
You think so?
Definitely. You've clearly got away with animals, Nazamil. He said, there's no doubt about it.
Thanks.
Sometimes you just gotta find the right one. I'll go both ways too. You know, like, Jessie across her life was always a bit of a antisocial weirdo in terms of, like, physical affection. She loved play attention. She hated being petted if she wasn't explicitly in the mood for it. You know, if she came to you wanting to be petted, then hey, you know, like, pet away. But, you know, she's not in the mood for it, or she's, like, tired, you know, resting around here or something like that. You know, you start petting her, she'll just kind of start looking at you like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? You know, so, you know, goes both ways there too, where sometimes the animal has to go to a family that is understanding with their weirdness and stuff, and she's very lucky that she had a family here that did that with her. I guess I still have a meal on going for a little while, so we
Wouldn't
could.
you agree, Alphen?
Time for a rest.
Now,
Alright,
are we
tis a
prepared to
new
depart?
day. Is this our ship? Is it just like some other ship that's being used for supplies and stuff? Because that's kind of what it actually looks like here. Materials in the starship belong to the Wrens living on the Treslita Highway. Okay, yeah. It's not our ship. We didn't just park here. We don't want to cause any troubles. Don't get any funny ideas. So much of this already. Gosh dang it. You want the Spark Notes, like, plot summary of... Where the heck is the ranch? Gosh dang it. I ran right past it. I assumed to be somewhere back here, and it wasn't even. Yeah, that's what I thought. Apparently, it's not even ours. Unless these guys just, like, stole it. You know. But that's what I thought first, was that we just so happened to park our ship here. Can't park there, mate. This way we go. But yeah, they're just big chillin' there. But yeah, that's what I thought. That why'd we park there? Apparently we didn't, and it's some random other guys that also decide to park there. Of all places, because that seems reasonable. Link. Yeah, I forgot for a hot second as well. Can I? Whee! Where the heck is Lenegus? Remind me what that was again. Because it's been 2 years. It's Floet. It's been 3,000 years. By a giant man-made moon just disappeared. Oh, yes. That then. Was it destroyed in the events of, like, at the end? I don't remember. I don't remember. Apparently there's some Zoigles at the ranch. So we better go deal with these guys. So is this going to unlock ranch services and stuff? Okay, that then.
Whoa,
But
look who it is.
if it's just
Ain't
one
seen
world,
you
then I guess
around
everyone's here now?
Especially you, boy.
I guess that
Why don't
means
you
get
come
fucked
around more
tides! I
often?
mean,
Cause I'm busy, okay?
no more tides.
But we're here
Well,
for a
there's
reason.
still some tides.
We heard a Zoogle has been attacking your livestock.
Oh,
Like with our
so
planet,
you're
for
taking
example,
over
the
for
tides are
service
only like
corps,
2/3 caused by the moon.
Why
The
didn't
last
you say
1/3
so?
is from the sun.
I can't say I recognize you,
Because
young
even though the
lady.
sun is insanely
You
far
look
away,
pretty young for a
it's
service corps
friggin'
member.
huge.
That's because she's
So it still
not
has a
in the
tidal
service
effect
corps.
to a major
She's our
degree
new
on our
friend.
planet. So, I guess
Your
even
animals
without
were
that
attacked?
moon, they would still have tides.
Yes,
Just
that's right.
different.
They may
Not
just
as
be
much and
animals,
very
but
different.
They're my animals, and I take good care of them. But that darn Zoogle won't leave the poor things be.
And just what kind of Zoogle is it?
No clue.
You don't know?
I know it's a Zoogle because of the tracks, but even though it got a handful of my animals, I ain't actually seen it yet. I even come a-running as soon as I hear a commotion, but still ain't laid eyes on the beastie. It don't make a lick of sense.
Never would have guessed the old guy'd just throw himself into danger like that.
It keeps coming back, so I figure it must live somewhere nearby here.
Okay, we'll check around the roads.
Whoa. It's Ogre Pawn. That was a
Do
Pokemon
you like
Scarlet
animals
and
too,
Violet
Nazamir?
reference
Yeah.
right there.
Animals
So, hello,
don't say
Carvia.
mean
How's it
things. They
going
throw
today?
rocks like
No!
people do.
Don't unite the haters. Can't believe that I've said things about stuff and junk. It was never destroyed. It should have vanished when the worlds merged, which doesn't make sense because it's not a biological planet. Well, maybe it's just out there living its best moon life or artificial sphere life or whatever the heck somewhere out in the cosmos, and we should just leave it be. You know, send it on its merry way. Imagine everyone being moved to the merged world from inside Lenegus, like it teleports them and then suddenly Lenegus just implodes and explodes in the core for a second when a submarine goes too far down or something in the ocean. Did you thought what happened to it? It was just like a, it was like an original Star Wars trilogy style Death Star explosion. Everyone just looks up at the sky, it's just like the, you know, hello, Carvia. Things going all right
Are
tonight.
you okay, Nazamil?
I'm alright. I just tripped, that's all.
It only takes one untimely stumble to sprain an ankle. Keep your wits about you.
Right. Are you hungry? It's easy to get a bit woozy on an empty stomach.
True. It might be a good idea to take a short break.
Hoodle says, make sure you take care of yourself. See? He's looking out for you too.
Right, I will. Thank you.
Nazamil has really opened up to us, hasn't she?
I think they might be doting on her a bit much, though.
It's an expression of their concern. As long as she doesn't mind and it doesn't impede her independence, I see no issue with it.
If they pamper her too much, she's gonna end up like a certain someone we know, and won't even be able to change her own clothes.
Ah, not to worry, Law. I have found that it is never too late to learn such things.
I'm not sure that's a good argument.
You know what? I think I know. I think I know the answer. Let's see here. If I click on here, I looked it up, and I think I found what happened to Lenegus. I think I have the answer here. I appreciate the 100 bits there, Carvia. But yeah, I haven't been able to
I
give some
haven't
of
been
these in a
able to give
while.
some of these in a while.
Are they ad bits?
Hooray.
Is that what's going
Caveat.
on here? Hold on. I looked it up. This is what happened to, hold on, let me mute, gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Let me mute Tales of Arise for a hot second. Yeah, ad bits. Wow. It's crazy. It's been a hot second there. Hold on, wait. I looked it up. Here it is. This is what happened to Lenegus, since you were curious. Anyway, moving on now. Hold on. But yeah, man, I should get some ad bits. What a crazy world this is then. But yeah, home from work now, you're munching. Are you munching something cool, something nice? Any leftover Halloween candy like I was munching earlier? Alright, over this way somewhere. Kirby not rated R, that was brutal. You know, that's something that we've talked about in my game design classes before, is we've had the debate, like, which is more violent, Battlefield or Kirby? And I've been discussing things with the podcast guys here about what the next podcast topic should be. So, you know, this podcast is primarily being put together by Sate Jam and I. And we recently brought on Fermata, that was in like the most recent podcast episode with us. And I recently like reached out to Jodo Johnny as well, another content creator that does video essays, to try and bring him on, and he's interested. And one of the topics that I brought up is like a potential thing that we could do is the topic of violence. Like what we view as violent and not. What we might view as socially acceptable violence and what's not socially acceptable violence. Like one of the things that was discussed in my game design classes is, you know, something like Grand Theft Auto where you can just like gun down pedestrians if you want. That's not socially acceptable violence. But a game about war where you're gunning down other soldiers relentlessly, that's completely socially acceptable. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? And it's interesting to think about the different ways that we consider stuff like that. So I brought up 3 different topic ideas. Johnny expressed that that was the one of the 3 that he had the most interest in. And St. Gem and Fermata didn't respond to me, so they have gone, like, votes uncasted in terms of, like, my proposed topics that they'd be most interested in, you know. So there might well be a good chance that that might actually be the next podcast topic, is stuff like that. Like how we look at things like that, like Kirby, and if we think about it, it's like, wow, that actually is, like, pretty brutally violent. But, you know, on paper, we don't really see it that way a lot of the time. You know? That was such an interesting thing to bring up. That would certainly catch your attention if you saw it in class. Yeah, the PowerPoint presentation where it's like, which is more violent, Kirby Superstar or Battlefield? Wait. Okay, I can get there this way. For whatever reason, I thought the marker was, like, behind the wall for a hot second there.
What about this footprint?
Something or other.
Shape. Not
Also,
fresh either.
Carvia,
Huh.
you dropping those bits just reminded me. Why don't you have a bit badge in chat? Like, you should. I see that you have, like, you know, the snowflake, the mod badge, and I see nothing else. You know? Yeah, well,
Looks
it
like
also
we could
depends
keep
on, like,
over
the
there.
context of it. Like, talking about the socially acceptable violence there. Like, is it against what we
What was
consider
that?
innocents or those who aren't innocent, for example? Or, you know, those where the killing is justified, like in war. What the heck? Do you need to go into your appearance settings and enable
What about
bit
this
badge?
one? Or maybe not.
No, wait. These match the ones at the ranch.
So that means...
Yep. We're close.
Whoa, the details loading in. Whoa. As I pressed A a little bit early there. Was it watching behind us? Whatever it is. Keep looking for Zoogles. Is it gonna... The way that this is building this up, I feel like it's gonna end up being something that's just like a friend, you know, and then it ends up hanging out on the ranch. Whee! This way we go.
We can't seem to find it anywhere.
It should be right
know-
around here. Where'd it go?
Not even subbed. That's why you look naked. So very barren here. Find the Zoogles. One of the things that we ended up discussing in our discussions of violence in my current game design class is, you know how there's long been those ideas of like, oh, violent video games are making people violent and stuff. We talked about the very first big mainstream instance of the media making that argument. apparently, also Carvia with the resub there, the Prime resub. I appreciate the 40-month resub there, Carvia. That is a whole long time of being subbed. Enjoy another month with the emotes and the sub badge and all that fun stuff and not being so naked anymore. It is appreciated. Anyway, we talked about the first, like, real instance in the gaming industry about, like, violence being portrayed as, like, this is a really awful thing in video games that's making people violent. Apparently, the first case was, I think it was in 1976. Hold on. Let me look it up. Was it? Yes. A video game from 1976. The name of the video game is Death Race. You can look it up. It was an arcade cabinet game, since, you know, 1976 is before, like, home consoles started really taking off. Death Race was a video game that was loosely based on a film of the same name that was not at all actually, like, correlated legally, considering that was a time that you could literally just take the name of something and not really face all that much in the way of legal consequences, as long as you can make the argument that it's distinct enough, even though you took literally the exact same name and it looks pretty similar. But that's neither here nor there. So there was a successful movie called Death Race that I've never seen before, but it was about this race across the country where you would get, like, points for running over pedestrians and stuff along the way. So this one group made these arcade cabinets where it's just like a big square screen. You control a vehicle that you drive around in this 2D space, and there's these humanoid figures running around that you have to run over and get points by killing them. And, you know, in the art for the arcade cabinet, they weren't humans that were driving the vehicles. They were Grim Reaper looking like characters. They were these skeletons with scythes. And, you know, in the game's instruction manual and stuff, it would say, like, oh, the humanoid figures running around, they aren't humans, they're goblins, or they're gremlins, or something like that. Like, it's definitely not like the movie, and these definitely aren't, like, atrocities against humans that you're committing. But, you know, of course people were going to attribute the connection between, like, the movie and the game, and also, you know, make their own assumptions there. And it got all this media coverage about, like, how it was teaching these violent actions by showing people that they should be running over pedestrians. And there were these news outlets that were making these arguments that this arcade cabinet, that this machine was going to get people to, you know, hop into their cars and drive around, like, running over people. I am not interested. I'm out of here. See you later. No, we're not gonna do that, in fact, Aaron. We're not doing that. But yeah, so that was a very interesting case there, with Death Race being, like, the first
looks like the Zoogle we were told.
big case of the media being like, this is a problem that's making people violent. Obviously, in the 1970s, there was no, like, increase in people running over pedestrians,
They must be
at least as
pretty
far as I'm
big.
aware.
They shouldn't be able to hide so well. It's almost as though...
But, you know, there have been other violent video
Now,
games
Samuel?
before
Wait,
that point.
What are you doing?
Wait here.
But it was all, like, either socially acceptable violence or against figures that clearly weren't humans. Whereas this Death Race game was against figures that seemed humanoid. And so, you know, people figured that this wasn't okay because it was no longer considered socially acceptable violence. Because now it seems like it's being perpetrated against these innocent civilians that are running around stuff.
Let's do this.
Didn't sound super determined in that line. Look how cool this guy is, though. Venoflage. But yeah, it's one of these guys. I remember facing one of these guys. Let's see if I remember how to battle him. Wasn't it hold on. It was a weak spawn in the back. Yep. Yeah, that's where the orange bit is. Come on. Come on, just slash him a whole bunch of times. Here, do this for funsies, mostly. Come on. Come on. Okay, Law just took on a whole bunch of damage there, didn't he? Come on. There. There's new boss music? Yeah, I think there's a whole lot of new music of all different kinds. Fairly certain. Why did I lose health? Oh, I guess I am subtracting my own health by using this attack, to be fair. Hold on.
You picked the wrong fight.
This is what you get for messing with
Hold
the
on.
ranch.
You mean something else?
I mean, technically, yes, but
Okay, I could definitely use some heals now. Thank you. It's appreciated. Yeah, if I can break that, that would be, whoa, fantastic. Whoa, I actually got a perfect dodge that time. Not quite intentionally, but hey, it works.
Amazing.
Okay. Okay, nice. So then,
Jerk face. People actually talk like
okay,
that?
come on.
No need to imitate that, okay?
I need to get into the Healy circle like right now. That's what I better do. Whoa. Okay, come on. Come on. But yeah, that's why the Master Core still exists if the planets were merged. I mean, they probably just don't have their original function anymore. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Will this actually restrict this guy's movements? And will there be a midpoint where the answer is yes?
Look sharp.
But yeah. I think that there weren't they all like done away with like around the finale anyway? Or something like that? I kind of forgot I had regular attacks for a hot second. But there was like some special case with the blazing sword, I think. Okay. Whoa, the skirt there. Oh yeah, and I usually use like this layout in the middle of battles and stuff. Wait. I realized how dumb that was of me afterwards because I was kind of in like the poison floor kind of area there. Oh, I'm all paralyzed. Ah! Red wall! Gosh dang it! Well, that sucks, doesn't it? Here, just... There, do that. And if I can just, like... I might have some SP that I can burn to be able to use, like, more of that. Potentially. Ow. Come on, please. Whoa. Can I restrict your movements with that? Yeah, probably not. Okay. I probably should not be in the middle of the poison there. Come on. Okay. Here, do some boosting mobs for funsies. Big stabs. Come on. Come on. I think that it was established that she was the daughter of the lord that came before Volron, the one that Volron replaced. Is the case. Unless that turns out to be a lie. Which it could well be. Can I recover by doing this? I can. While also stunning you. Okay. Okay, now please don't die while I died. Chat's off? Oh yeah, because I switched layout and it broke it. Oops. It seems to happen sometimes. But yeah, apparently she's the daughter of the lord that came before Volron in that one area. Is apparently what happened. I guess it doesn't really matter if I switch targets at this point. Like, I'm not getting another break. It's not happening. I can never get this in time. Here, just... Come on, do some thingamabobs. He is over limit. That's not super great. Just do some things. Okay, come on. Here, do this. I mean, it could just be in, like, flashbacks or show, like, maybe where he took out her father there, you know, or something like that. Since, you know, we kind of replaced him. So I wouldn't be surprised if Volron had something to do with Nazamiel's story.
A Zoogle that can turn invisible. That explains why no one had seen it.
Nazamiel, I'm impressed you figured that out.
I just thought about what everyone was saying and had a hunch.
It must have figured it was safe when hidden. It didn't expect an invisible opponent.
Should I not have done that?
To be honest, I'd prefer you didn't take such big risks. However, If you hadn't done that, that Zoogle could have taken us out before we even knew what was happening. Thank you.
My controller
You're
just
welcome.
vibrated there. I don't know why.
Alright, gang. Let's let Bogdell know his Zoogle problem is taken care of.